Here.
Also in attendance, we do not have Mayor Ellis. We have Matt Nyheiser, Brian Bibler, Brett Rogers, and a couple of visitors. Could I get, do I have enough, anybody here to do approval of the minutes from the January 12th meeting? I'm here and Laura's here. So,
Yeah, I say we approve them.
Mormon seconds. And, roll call. Oh, there's Brady.
Oh,
We changed Brandy to president.
we'll change her to president.
Put an L or P next to
Okay, we
Kate's
have a
grade.
motion and a second on approval of the January 12th minutes, and we're ready for a roll call.
Okay, Phillips,
Yes.
Mormon,
Yes.
Perry,
Yes.
Okay, we got a couple of visitors. Visitors, you got anything for finance committee tonight?
yes, sir.
Okay. Goals, keep spending within appropriations. That's a noble goal. I see no old business, and I believe, Brian, we are ready for review of monthly financials.
Okay, so last month we ended up with, $2,503,216.38. Outstanding checks totaled $89,764, deposits and cash totaled $2,900. Nothing really declared in reconciliation.
You know why this is, why I have this? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Um, Checks written last month, let's see, we're at $401,837. Change. I'm gonna, ready, you good to see anything, any questions on any of these? $15,000, $260 for Neptune 50 meters. 28,000 to, oh, that's the 28,000 to power lines, that's for the lights out at the softball field for this year. They're gonna hook, what, this spring, next month? The lights, the softball field,
Well, when the weather breaks, yeah.
and, pay for the, windows, 18,000. And we had our second installment on the new police cruiser, 29,000.
Hirsch Packing, was that hydraulic repair on one piece of equipment?
Yep.
Which one?
The backhoe.
The backhoe?
Oh, yeah, the backhoe, yeah. I write so many checks to those people that I lose track of what they're for.
And Dagger Johnson's not our council,
No,
so
we
that must be
retain.
something out of the ordinary.
That was
Go ahead.
that was for that was for the special counsel of the executive session issue that we discussed with South of Town and annexation.
The,
Oh, with the
Yep.
town there, south
Yep.
of town. Okay, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
bonded was 9,000, that was for salt and.
Waste management, I see that on here. That's not Rumpke or Oakland, what is it?
No, that's a special contract that Eli had, special.
For the sludge
for the
removal.
sludge removal.
Oh, sludge removal at the plant.
We'd been having a local farmer come and pick that up,
That's what I thought we did.
but the scheduling of it this time just did not work out, and so they went ahead and rented this.
Waste management,
Yep,
I get it.
yep. I don't know.
Did you? Yeah, okay, great, thanks.
Any other questions?
South Central Power is really just the wastewater treatment plant, right?
Yes.
They had $11,000 with one facility.
One facility. Except $112 meeting or exceeding already, so kind of where we should be this time of year. That's 8%. We budget, for the new guys, income tax, 650,000. That's what the general fund's portion is. We should be meeting, we get that twice a month. January should be 8%, or whatever the percentage is next month, we should be meeting it. If we see that we're not meeting that, then we might have to modify the budget a little bit. If we see it's not gonna hit. And then the appropriation status, again, we're only 1 month in.
Still early to be
It's too early, yeah.
saying we're ahead or behind the curve.
But that's where they are right now. Overall, the fund's 6%.
Okay. Any questions with any of that? Okay. Also under new business, I think were asked to bring up the pay for the overtime for the street clearing for the winter storm. We've had a policy of not paying overtime, but that's caused some of the people who are doing that work to have absurd amounts of comp time. And so I believe that Tim and Matt are requesting that we approve time and a half overtime for winter storm.
Well, they can accrue up to 24 hours of comp time. The question arises because the office was closed Monday the 26th. We didn't work, but we got paid
We're straight time.
straight time. The question is Tim's crew being out, do you pay them straight time and overtime, or is it strictly overtime on that particular day? Right?
And the request is that we would do time and a half.
It's a hazard day, right? Because you guys couldn't work.
Right, correct.
Winter storm.
But the service department has to.
So it should be time and a half.
That's what we're recommending.
That's what I would suggest too. I believe, in fact, that if we don't, we're kind of violating some Fair Labor Standards Act.
I wasn't sure, 'cause we never had this happen since I've been here. I wasn't sure.
I mean, over 40 hours, we really don't have any choice.
It's not overtime, that's the thing, that's what he's saying, it wasn't over the 40, that's a regular day, but if
It's
it's
just
time
that
and a
one.
half.
That's
Anything
till
over 8
holiday.
hours is overtime.
So, on the day when the village
Just
is
the day.
closed, are we paying time and a half for the people who had to show up and work?
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
I feel that's fair. Time and a half.
I'd say that's more.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in our employee handbook that addresses that particular issue, which is why we're bringing it to you
So,
guys.
I think it was brought up that whether or not we run it through rules and run it back through the handbook, or it's kind of like the toothpaste is already out of the tube, can we just go ahead and modify the handbook here and final? For level 3 snow emergencies, to pay the street department or whoever clears streets time and a half.
So is it unclear in the handbook then?
Yes, because it was a weekday.
Okay.
I mean, if it had been a Saturday or a Sunday, it wouldn't have been an issue, right? Because they would have been.
I say both. Go ahead and authorize it now, and then we'll clean up the handbook to include that
And
one.
that'll go to rules.
I'm sorry.
And that'll go to rules.
Yep.
So, I guess we need a motion to pay the people who did the work during the winter storm time and a half.
I move to pay the crews that came in to repair the streets during the winter storm
I'll second it, including my guys,
at time and a half.
Including my guys? Your guys were working during that?
oh yeah.
Okay.
Does that need to go to council then, or?
Somebody had to arrest the people who were driving illegally, right?
Yeah. Well, that was the whole week.
That never stopped.
Yeah. That was whack-a-mole.
It's like Christmas, it
And
happens
whack-a-mole's
every
gonna
year.
continue
So
for about 60 days probably.
Pay employees
So,
OT on
when they're working over 40 hours, are we paying time and a half? Is that
anything over 8 hours they get paid.
anything over 8 on a particular day? Okay, so again, I need a roll call then on that motion.
Why is this why is this different than another?
Because it was a normal work day.
But it was a level 3,
It was
so.
level 3.
They
Nobody
would
should
have
have been
ordinarily
out.
been working that Mondays for straight time.
And we
But
closed.
during an emergency, they came in, all the people in the office were getting paid straight time, but the people who were actually there working
They were out.
They could have sat at
Okay.
home and done
Mhm.
nothing and it's straightened out.
Mm-hmm. Where's this one from?
The entire building was closed.
It's kind of unfair to the guys working
Yeah.
in sub-zero weather.
Yeah.
Pay them the same as the people who stayed up and watched television.
That's how I feel as well.
Does this need to then go to council, or is?
After the, well, if we update the rule, the book, the handbook,
That would go
then
to
that
council.
will go to council.
We have to
There will be a new
check the
policy introduced for the
verbiage.
handbook and rules,
I've got,
and that will go to council.
I've got the motion here.
Okay.
It should satisfy
So,
requirements.
at that point, we need a roll call on the
McCreary?
finance committee?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
Yes.
You don't have to have all council approve that.
No, it's
No,
just,
just the rule book, yeah, or the handbook, yeah. Okay, is there anything else for the finance committee?
No, I need approval of my reports.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I get an motion to?
I'll make a motion that we approve of the reports.
McCreary seconds.
Roll call?
Phillips?
Yes.
McCreary?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, the next meeting for the finance committee is scheduled for March the 9th at 6 p.m. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion we adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Need a second. Schaffner?
Are we doing rules next, or are we doing the public?
Public.
No,
hearing
rules
at
is
6:45.
Rules is next.
Public hearing isn't until
6:45.
scheduled to
We
6:45.
can't have it early because people wouldn't know to show up for the public meeting.
I'm ready.
Ready? Okey dokey. Calling the Rules Committee to order at 6:14 p.m. Can we have a roll call, please?
Schaffner?
Yes, present.
Carroll?
Yes.
Lane?
Present.
Also in attendance, we have Fiscal Officer Brian Bidler, VA Matt Nyheiser, Police Chief Brett Rogers, Village Solicitor Jeff Fako, and committee members Gar Phillips and Rick Foreman and Brandy. Brandy, why?
McCreary.
Your last name, Brandy.
It's okay.
I'm having one of those things, Brandy, anyway. Can we have a motion to approve the January 12th meeting minutes?
I move to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
McCreary?
Yes.
Carroll?
Yes.
Yep. Any visitors want to talk to the Rules Committee tonight? Nope. And, all business is certification of ordinances overlapping with code section. Did you guys have I'm gonna be honest, I have been sick and I did not have a chance to look at this at all. I don't know if you guys did or not. Did you? Okay. I would just like to move this on to the next meeting agenda.
Well, I think McLean's up there and had,
What?
He, he has a separate proposal
Yeah, new business, new business.
under new business.
alright,
I'm working, Debbie, on a draft ordinance to incorporate those recommended changes.
Okay.
And so when I have that finished, I'll circulate it
Okay.
to committee.
Alright.
I have reviewed them. The recommendations look reasonable.
Okay.
And in a lot of cases, it looks like it's kind of like what we did with home
I wanna
occupations.
look at them, I just haven't.
Where things are found in several locations and we're just bringing it underneath one heading.
Clean.
Yeah, and it does bring some, I think, some necessary clarifications. I did review them.
Do you wanna talk about them now?
Well, I'm in agreement with the village administrator that they seem very reasonable, and I would like to withhold until I see what Mr. Fako
Okay,
comes up with.
okay, that's fair, that's fair. Alright,
before you move on, regarding rules, you don't have to, you got kinda any kind of a goal
that?
Goal, 2026 goal.
Do we have to have a goal?
No, you don't have to.
Follow the rules.
Not to break the rules.
I'm sure we'll come up with one before the year's over. So that's really, that's about it. Does anybody have any other new business or old business in, regarding rules? Anybody?
Under new business, I'd like to bring to the committee's attention regarding Chapter 804 of our Code of Ordinances. I was looking through it. I guess I was looking through the Facebook page, and someone made a comment about solicitors in the village, and I think and I think that you guys addressed it fine on the website, but I think there needs to be a distinction made between commercial speech and private speech. So when I looked at it, I think there's some legal vulnerabilities that need to be addressed to ensure we're in compliance with case law.
Okay.
So currently, Section 804.03 requires a license for canvassers, and our code defines canvassers kind of broadly. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to speak more into the microphone. There was a U.S. Supreme Court case that actually came out of Ohio. It was Watchtower versus Stratton, and it ruled that requiring a permit for this kind of non-commercial political or religious speech is unconstitutional. So because our code doesn't specifically exempt that, we could be, essentially maintaining a prior restraint on people who may not know about it. So it could open us up for potential litigation, things like that. And so I just wanted to, I guess, Madam Chair, if I can address it through the solicitor, or can, I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't know all the procedures yet. And I'm on the Rules Committee, so.
Good place to
Let me interject this. For some background information, the village updated this chapter a number of years ago, back in 2002, I believe it was, when the village was called out by an organization that said you can't charge a fee for anybody going door to door for political reasons. So the village did a cleanup of its ordinance at that time period. It may be time to do another cleanup. So what I've done, and I'd be happy to share these with you, one of the first things I'll do is look at some of the surrounding communities and see what kind of legislation they have and when they most recently adopted any revisions to their legislation. Pickerington has an ordinance that's been on the books for quite a while, not as long as ours has, but they've had theirs on the books since approximately 2007. Lancaster, however, adopted an update several years ago in 2024. I've printed those off. I have not yet had a chance to take a close look at those and compare those updates to what we currently have. But that's what I intend to do, and I'll gladly share those ordinances from the other communities and any others that I may find as I'm doing my research, and then I'll provide an update if it's necessary. I'll provide an updated cleanup ordinance to what we currently have.
Is the question whether or not, I mean, it sounds like the question is whether or not political knocking is different from
Selling.
soliciting.
Probably religion
But I
would fall
thought
under
that
the
was,
same.
I thought that was covered in our ordinances that said that, political door knocking was not the same.
Included, yeah. It's not included.
It makes a distinction.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly have the right to, restrict commercial speech as the village. We can do that. Personal, religious speech, so like even, people knocking on your door about religion, I mean, that's protected under the First Amendment. And I don't want us to get into a situation where we get dragged in for litigation for trying to, limit that speech. And you know, but at the same time, I know, Chief, we have a balance with safety and,
We've never said anything to people that were doing that. It was only people that are selling is the only people we have ever went
Okay.
up and talked to. We recognize the
the-
difference, I guess is what I'm
here's
saying,
the
so
exemption.
we never would go up and,
Religious, political, or charitable advocacy.
although that's not to say that we wouldn't, if we got a call, that we wouldn't go and talk to the person to see what exactly they're doing.
yes,
To
absolutely.
see if they are a canvasser versus a solicitor. So, but yeah, if they're doing that, we go, okay.
Yeah, and in that court case, the Supreme Court case, it was actually like a Bible sales. So it was
Is it
somewhat
cross between
commercial, but it
religious
was,
and selling. Okay.
so there's some nuance, I'm sure. But,
But I like the clarification too, that people can put the signage out. So
Yes.
that people, curbside can essentially see it, so.
and I think I think there was a comment on the We Love Our Town Baltimore page about that. I know there definitely was one made about canvassing, but I don't, I just think it's a good clarification, I think.
So I'll issue a memo to committee members, with my findings and
Okay.
my recommendations.
Do we need to make a motion to send that to you? Okay.
You can, but there's no need to.
I wouldn't do that to you.
No, that's fine. I mean, I have no issue with it, but you don't need to.
Anything else after rules committee? Ready? Next meeting will be on the second
Nope, sounds
Monday.
like he has something else.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did we need to bring that up about the finance stuff with the,
Yeah, they're changing the handbook regarding the overtime pay for employees during
All
storm
that needs to go through
emergencies.
here.
That was really just for storm emergencies, pretty much. Everything else is already dealt with.
In my estimate, just level 3.
Level 3 emergencies.
Yep. Everything else
People that
is covered.
basically everybody in the village stays home during a level 3 because it's illegal to drive and they're not essential, but the people who clear the streets are essential so we can get back to work. And so paying them the same as we pay the people who got to stay home and do nothing isn't really fair to the people who came in and cleared the streets.
Yeah.
So I guess we're looking for a motion out of rules to amend the employee handbook for that
Yes.
specific instance.
Yes.
I'll make the motion.
I second it.
Roll call.
We're
I
getting
don't
ahead of
think
you,
we
huh?
really said what the motion was from the person that made the motion.
To pay them the overtime if the village is closed.
To amend our policy
Yes.
regarding
To pay time and a half during a level 3
Yeah,
emergency.
level 3 emergency.
And I still second it.
time
I withdraw my second.
under, storm.
Yeah,
Level-
specifically
level
Level
3.
3.
Level 2 would not apply.
Or any disastrous emergency. I mean,
And then who seconded
Ooh,
that?
that's a,
Phil?
can I
Good.
amend that? To any disastrous emergency that we get a flood or we get a
Earthquake.
tornado.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, just do it right now and be done with it.
declared
good point.
emergency.
Mhm.
Amend policy regarding, so, or any
Declared.
emergency.
We probably ought to, it ought to be declared.
Declared emergency. Of course, an emergency for the village could be the water tower is empty and
Right.
we have no water and
Yeah.
there's no one declaring it but us,
Yeah.
So who declares the emergency? We do?
The mayor.
The
can-
mayor?
the mayor.
Can I just ask a question about it? Because I really was wondering about this during the whole snow stuff. What is the policy of the village? Like, I know that we were, the office was closed during that period of time. Did you come in, Matt? And if not, like, how did you communicate with
Yeah.
the people?
Yeah, so I did not come in. I spoke to Chief about that, and I could do what I needed to do from home primarily. So I took my laptop home. I had it available. I was on, my phone, both personal and work phone, and so I was in contact with the departments during the day for that.
Okay.
Water and wastewater did come in, but they only came in on the required amount of time. So they're required to come in 2 hours each day. And so they did not stay the whole 8. They just came in, did what they were required by the Ohio EPA to do, and then they also went home. Just to keep them off the street.
Alright, I just wondered
Yeah,
about that.
good question.
Can we have a roll call on that motion?
Yes, Carol,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Hopper.
Yes. Alright. Uh-oh, anything else? New business, old business? Any one of you? Alright, next meeting will be on the second Monday in March 9th at 6:30 or immediately following finance, and we can adjourn 6:28 PM.
That's what that's what I do. That's what I was just telling them.
It's
Okay,
6:45.
I think we could call this public hearing to order. 6:45, February 9th, 2026. Brian, can I get a roll call?
Yeah. Carroll, Foreman,
Yes.
McCreary,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Phillips,
Here.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Okay, the agenda. I don't see the agenda, but
It's right there.
It's
That's-
it's not on.
that
it-
is the whole agenda?
the
That's it.
agenda is not
That's it.
Okay.
attached to the documents that were on your.
Oh, he has a public hearing agenda. I do not.
They were on the
Here.
email.
Well,
I
this
mean,
is
this
January
is,
12th, I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Okay, so,
Special.
this is really just to review the application request for a zoning amendment from R1 to R2 at 5 Baltimore Somerset Road, parcel 024-02577-00, and at 0 Baltimore Somerset Road, parcel 024-02576-20. Can I get an approval of the agenda?
McCreary
this
moves
public
to
meeting.
approve the agenda.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
And can I get a roll call?
McCreary,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Foreman,
Yes.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Okay, the primary purpose of this meeting is to give the public an opportunity to weigh in on their thoughts on this change in zoning. So I will basically turn it over to visitors and see if any visitors have anything to say with regard to this matter.
What was, is this the original one that was a month or so ago? Or just as part of this parcel, right?
Yeah, so this was in front of planning and zoning, I think in December. And planning and zoning approved. Mr. Woods was asking to go from an R1 to an R3, which is 50-foot road frontage. They rejected the R3, but did approve the R2, which in the document that he distributed at the time, he had 100-foot road frontage, which is R2. So they did approve an R2
It's only the front
reason.
part of the parcel, right?
It's only this, yep.
So the application that's with this package does still say R3, but what got approved at planning and zoning is an
Yes.
R2, not an R3.
Exactly. I wanted to give you guys the full
The
view.
original application.
Yes, yep.
Okay, so that was Mr. Kinney. Does anyone else from the public have anything to say on this matter?
I've never been to a meeting before, just got questions. I live right across the road, 80 Baltimore Somerset Road.
Sounds like you're affected, and that's what this meeting is for, is to give you an opportunity to understand what's going on, so you can ask all the questions you want. This is your time. Come up to the mic, though, please, so we'll have it on public record.
Can we just talk about what an R2 versus an R3?
Size of the lots and the square footage requirements for the houses that are built on those lots. And that is in our zoning code, so it's hard to recite the whole thing right here at a meeting, but maybe Matt could give us the cliff notes on the differences between an R3 and an R2 and an R1.
It is largely road frontage. It is lot depth, setbacks, how much of the property can be built up, percentages. It basically boils down to those three things.
Most
Three or
of
four
the
things.
houses on Holder Road, for instance, are like R1 lots. They're fairly large lots, fairly large houses. When you come into town and you see these 60-foot wide lots with 1,000-square-foot houses on them, those are generally R3, and R2 is just kind of sandwiched in the middle.
Is R2 gonna be something similar, like just to the east of me across the street?
R2, this is R3. This was Mr. Woods' project out on Holder Road.
Okay.
That's what he was wanting.
Okay.
Sorry, this is, I believe, R1, like to
Okay.
Mr. Foreman's. They did not approve this, so the lots would be larger.
Larger than that.
Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. This is an R1,
Right.
so they would be
Okay.
a little bit smaller than that, but that is what he's wanting to build. would be something to this.
And there
that would
is a
look
little
like
site
this.
plan in our paperwork that you're welcome to
Yes.
have a copy of, to give you an indication of what he's wanting to do.
I can make you a copy of this.
If you don't mind, I
please.
just get an idea. I mean, my major concern is, I know you know the area, the stormwater is
Yeah.
always a
And
problem.
his development is not gonna help that at all.
I know.
However, the larger developments that are coming are definitely gonna make a difference in that and
Yep.
to the good.
Yep.
Because they have to deal with the stormwater that falls on their property,
Yep.
which is gonna dramatically impact the other people out there in a positive way. They're not allowed to just let it run wherever.
Right.
They have to contain it and discharge
They
it.
can't force it onto you to get rid of their problem.
Does the village have any plans of any kind of stormwater system out there at some point, or?
Well, the village did do some repairs on the Ackers ditch just last year, and it made an improvement.
Okay.
But with this new development coming, we're kind of putting the burden of that more on the developers and less on the village.
Okay.
And much of that out there that was having the flooding problems was kind of not even in the village yet.
I know this.
So that was a lot of the problem too, was the flood areas. The problem that was causing the flooding was in the township. The repair was in the township and the problem was in the village. And so until more property got annexed, it was really not within our purview to spend Baltimore taxpayer money to fix a problem that actually existed in the township. There have been annexations out there, and we did go ahead and fix what was in the village so that it did improve its circumstances.
So I know my lot's in a weird spot, like we're in city limits, but we're not annexed, correct?
You can't be, if you're in city limits, you're annexed, so you're not, you're either in or you're not. The village,
I think we're in Liberty Township.
yes, so you're still in Liberty Township because you have not annexed yet.
He would be in Walnut Township.
Walnut
Walnut?
Township's where the street numbers change out there, so I don't know what your address is.
I think they're
Where's your house
just
at,
beyond
Dwayne?
the signs.
It's the one just,
With the solar panels on the roof?
Yep.
Okay, so you're in,
Liberty Township.
yes.
Jamie lives right across
I
the
know it's
street
all
from
kind
you.
of weird, yeah.
I mean, we've annexed property clear out to 37 at this
Okay,
point.
yep.
So, are you on Thurston Water or Baltimore Water?
Baltimore.
You're on Baltimore Water.
I'm pretty sure he's annexed.
Myers, M-Y-E-R-S.
There's only one house there that's on Thurston Water, and that's Norris's. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I guess our concern is just basic infrastructure stuff. Where does that fall, water, sewer, and obviously that little area gets kind of messy in the rains.
When houses get built in a one-off situation, the burden of dealing with that whole broader problem isn't that one person. But when they come out there to do a housing development, that burden is put on the developer.
Okay.
So it's been difficult for us to manage up to now because it's been one little house here and one little house there. But now there's gonna be a few fairly large developments out there, and they are all going to have to deal with that. And so you should see remarkable improvements once those happen.
Okay. So that'll be the developer has to deal with that.
Yeah, all the sewer, I mean, we run water and sewer to them, or actually, it's already there.
Yep.
All of the building of all of that sanitary and storm and water system is all their responsibility. They have to build it to our specs, and then it's turned over to us to maintain moving forward, which is why it has to be built to our specs. We don't want it built haphazardly, and then we're stuck having to fix a bunch of problems. So
Gotcha.
we tell them how to install it, we check their work along the way to make sure they install it right, and then once it's all done and been checked to make sure it's built to spec, it becomes our responsibility at that
Cool.
point.
Okay. That's just my major concerns. So it sounds like the R2 lots are a little larger than an R3, correct?
Yes.
R1 being the biggest.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's just all the questions I have for now.
Okay. Depends on which development you're talking about. Rogers is, was it 5?
So he has it divided into 5 parcels with 4 residents.
And what's the other one gonna be?
So, this will have an effect on drainage, then, right?
Oh, Rogers will, or these other developments will?
Rogers,
Yeah, some,
because that's going into a bad spot, and I know,
some.
it's like I ran into before, you got basements and all that kind of stuff. It's, I don't need no more.
Yeah, yeah.
We're down now, I mean, it's
Right.
working better, but man, we don't need.
It's
we
still
don't
swamp
need
out
this.
there, there's no doubt about it. Jamie is
So the
pretty
fewer the
much next
houses,
door to
the
you.
better, adding to the,
Did you see
adding to
that?
the drainage issue. Huh?
Did you wanna see the diagram?
Yeah, his development is gonna
That's
make it
the
worse,
proposal.
but we're sort of limited as to what we're able to require him to do.
But it's in the village. It's in the,
Yeah, we
it's
do- we-
annexed into the village, so wouldn't you guys
Is he
be-
going to,
we
is he
do-
going to do anything to mitigate his stormwater?
Well, he would have to.
He hasn't up to now.
I was
He's,
just gonna say.
he's been a contributor to the problem all
Yeah.
of this time up to now.
And not just
We
there.
can say he has to,
over there.
but he's not. I mean, he might not.
You can't,
Well, with the processing, anything, any of this, like the site plan stuff, he would submit to our engineering firm. They would have to sign off on all that.
That's what I was
And it
gonna
would have to
ask.
be consistent with our specs.
So are we gonna require him to run his downspout drains to a real storm structure?
If we
It
can
would be
within the
great if
code.
we could.
Well, he owns all the land to get to said structure, but he doesn't ever wanna spend the money to do it.
Well, maybe we can talk about what that looks like. Cause I don't know, I don't have
And
any
if
history
he
with.
doesn't, maybe he should know he could be responsible because of
Yeah.
previous conversations that have taken place.
I mean, is it,
I'm not against people building houses.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
I
right. Nobody
cannot
really.
No,
stand
I
it
agree.
anymore.
No, I.
I
But-
lost my CAUV,
Yeah,
my
I
taxes
mean,
shot up.
I
and
did a
it's gonna take
development with,
3 or 4 more years to get it back.
I did a development with 5 houses here in town, and I was required to take my downspout drains and my sump pump drains to a proven storm structure.
Then if that is,
And where's the storm structure at in our area there?
That's the problem.
We don't have one.
There isn't one.
So how can we force him to put it somewhere?
But
there
he
isn't?
owns the land that could get you to one, like he would be going across his own property to get to it,
Well, let me know, cause I like to put mine there too.
so.
I just don't know the answers to that.
So this is really just approving the zoning, it's not approving the
No.
development.
This is not approving the development, just the
So there's gonna be engineering on the development, and it's gonna have to include some addressing of the stormwater.
Yes. And that would
Are
have to-
these gonna be on municipal sewer, or are they gonna be on septic systems?
I don't know the answer to that.
That's
He's not gone that far.
Well, the health department should certainly not approve private septics out there in that water, in that swamp. So,
If it's in the village.
I'd say approving the zoning is just the first step in what he needs to
Right.
do.
Right.
This
These don't
is.
have to go to Baltimore Water and Sewer because the property he owns now is one of our customers.
Right.
Keck's
Well-
old place. You talking about Keck's old place?
Yeah.
So. Okay, anything else from visitors? It sounds like this is just a zoning request, so his development proposal hasn't been put on the table yet. And the village administrator saying that he is going to require engineering to deal with stormwater.
Thank you, cause it has, I mean, 256 floods over, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
At times, and
Right,
can't make it worse.
right.
Cannot
So-
make it worse.
The problem out there is very well documented, and we're all very aware of it. So, anything else from visitors regarding this rezoning request? Okay, hearing nothing, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
McCreary seconds.
Roll call, discussion? Roll call?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, well, we're gonna go right into council, aren't we?
What do we have these for?
That was,
Just the zoning?
that was the original zoning application where he wanted to go from R1 to R3.
Okay.
And that is not what got approved.
No, we were just to take a look at it or whatever? Okay. Who do we give it back to?
That guy right there, or the can.
So what's the next step on this? I'm just.
He has to put together an engineering site plan and present to me.
We don't.
Our job is pretty much done here. It'll go to council.
Okay.
Not in the public. That was for the, it'll go to council to vote on.
Dwayne,
This was-
do you wanna stay for the council meeting or are you heading out?
Taken over.
I don't know what meeting it's on.
Bye.
Jamie's even.
I mean, unless you
Okay.
really wanna sit here, feel free.
Start this meeting with the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tried to scare them out of you. I know.
Okay, Brian, can I get a roll call?
Carroll. Foreman.
Here.
McCreary.
Present.
McLean.
Present.
Phillips.
Here.
Schaffner. Schaffner.
Present.
Okay, can I get an approval of minutes for the January 12th, 2026 meeting?
No, this is for the reorganization first.
Oh,
That's
that's not on
26.
these. Oh, yeah, can I get an approval for the minutes of the January 12th, 2026 reorganizational meeting? Who first did it?
Oh, whatever.
I'm asking for a motion.
I'll make
You
a
be
motion.
first, yeah. Can I get a second?
McCreary seconds that.
Discussion? Or we don't do discussion on that, do we? Roll call?
Carroll.
Yes.
McCreary.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Foreman.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Then we can,
Okay.
then public hearing, January 12th.
Can I get a approval for the minutes of the regular January 12th meeting?
No, the public hearing, the January 12th.
Oh, jeez.
We had 3 meetings that we had.
I guess we did, didn't we? Can I get approval for the minutes of the public hearing from January 12th?
McCreary moves to approve the minutes from the January 12th public hearing.
I'll second.
Okay. McCreary.
Yes.
Carroll. Phillips.
Yes.
Foreman.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Schaffner.
Okay, now can I get an approval of the minutes from the January 12th regular council meeting?
Move to approve the minutes. January 12th, regular council meeting.
Okay.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay. McLean.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Foreman.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
McCreary.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, are there any amendments to tonight's agenda?
None that I'm aware of.
Can I get an approval of the agenda for the February 9th meeting as presented?
I'll move to approve the agenda as written.
Can I get a second?
I second. I'm sorry. I was reading.
Roll call?
Schaffner.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Foreman.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
McCreary.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Okay, so the prior meeting was the public meeting for the annexation. This is the actual council meeting, and again, the visitors are given an opportunity if they have anything they would like to bring before council.
They'll sign no.
Okay, so we can move right into administration reports. The mayor is absent today. He has been in the hospital for about a week. He's on the mend, so hopefully he'll be able to make the next meeting, but he didn't feel like he should try to get here tonight. So we'll move right on to the village administrator report.
Yeah, just a few things I want to highlight from my my report that was sent out. Just wanted to emphasize that since last Friday, we've had 14 water main breaks in 18 days. 13 of those have been the 4-inch pipes that we've known have been a problem and are a problem. If you want to, on the report that that was on your space when you came in from Tim, there's a few pictures of one that they had this past week. It was three water main breaks in the same vicinity. And just to kind of give you an idea that when they're opening the ground, what they're seeing and what's going on, they had 2 more today. So just wanted to report that to you. Kind of going along with that, our water modeling project is finishing up. We're going to have our final report from V3 this Friday, and it's looking to do what we were hoping that it would do, and that is that it would create for us a list of priority water mains that we can begin to look at as far as when we start tackling replacement of these 4-inch lines, which 4-inch lines do we replace first? And that's gonna take into account too the history of the breaks that Tim has provided for us. As far as our the study, the Raftella study, that's the company that provides and helps us with financial structures for municipalities. We have finished the information gathering stage with them. Everything they've requested from us, we've submitted, and they're going to begin doing the bulk, the heavy lifting of their study. We had an onboarding meeting with Jacobs, who's doing the study of our wastewater treatment plant and looking at options from either adding more membranes to converting it to a traditional sludge processing plant. I know that's not the term, but to a more conventional plan. Eli has been providing providing them a ton of information, and we're probably in the middle to the end of that information gathering stage with them before they begin the real heavy lifting of their study. I did want to let you know that our building department, of course, we have a contract with Safe Built to provide building permit processing as well as inspections. We did work with Municipay and Safe Built to get an online payment option for builders through Community Core. So they can call in and pay by credit card, they can bring cash check or pay by credit card in person, or now they can go online. We also started the process this week of looking at online payment option for Mayor's Court. And not only is that a customer service opportunity, both for the building department and Mayor's Court, but it also can help limit the number of phone calls that we get into the office, which is a tremendous amount for Connie and particularly Missy. She's doing those things. So just wanted you to be aware of that. Also, as I mentioned earlier, Interface Videos here with us tonight, just to do some live troubleshooting, look at the mics, look at the line streaming. I think, unless there's any questions, I think that's all I wanted to emphasize.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Matt? Okay, moving on. We had finance meeting tonight, so I think it's pretty well all been covered. But Brian, can you give fiscal officer report?
I just want to bring something up that Matt didn't. I fielded a phone call from the county engineer last week. He was at the OPWC meeting deciding on projects for this year. He informed me and wanted to know, and I hope you're okay with this, but it looks like the Washington and Jefferson was not going to get funded unless we restructure something. And he asked me if the village was willing to go entirely with a loan for this project. And I told him, the village wants this project done. We will do whatever it takes to get this project, funded. So I just want to give you a heads up on that.
Which project?
The Elmwood Jefferson.
Okay.
The one we put in last
Okay,
year, the one we
okay.
put in 2 years ago.
Okay.
It was on the chopping block again, unless we modify it to an entire loan situation.
Okay.
Now, he didn't call me back. If he
That
needed
was
anything.
Jeremiah?
Jeremiah.
Okay.
Didn't call me back, but it looks like we could get it, but we
But
don't
he's
know
on
yet.
that?
He was on that committee, yes.
Okay. Okay.
I told him we would do whatever they wanted us to do to get that project funded.
Okay. Okay. Anybody have any additional questions for Brian Bibler? Okay, moving on. Jeff, could we get the report from the solicitor?
Sure. 3 pieces of legislation on the agenda for consideration this evening. The first one is ordinance 26-02, which gives the village administrator and fiscal officer the authority to apply for a loan for the purchase of a pickup truck for the water department. That does carry emergency language. Brian is asking council to consider suspending the 3 reading rule and passing that tonight because it's much needed. Ordinance 2026-03 to approve a final plat for Liberty Ridge. That has emergency language that does not need to be considered for passage this evening. It's on for a first reading only. And then one ordinance on for a second reading. Should have been a third, but with the cancellation of the previous council meeting, it's on just for a second reading. And that's to approve the vacating of the final plat for the Sleepy Hollow subdivision. That can go on for a second reading only. That's not ready to be considered heading on for a third reading. I would ask for a motion to go into a brief executive session after regular business to discuss a litigation matter, and that's all I have.
I'm sorry, to discuss what matter?
A litigation
Litigation
matter?
okay.
Okay, does somebody wanna take
Uh,
care of that for Jeff?
Yes, I move that we do an executive session following the council meeting.
To include just the people at this table and no visitors.
Second.
And in discussion? And can I get a roll call?
Schaffner second. McLean,
Yes.
Schaffner,
Yes.
McCreary,
Yes.
Foreman,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Carroll.
Okay, moving on to the committee reports. The first one is finance, and I guess I'm the finance chairman, so I guess I'll go ahead. We did have a finance meeting tonight. Everyone was in attendance, so I don't feel like there's a need to rehash all that in this meeting. The next meeting for the finance committee will be on March 9th at 6 p.m. Can I get this report from the service committee?
That's Gar.
We did not meet. Next meeting is the 23rd February.
Okay, moving on from the safety committee. Can I get a report from the chairman of the safety committee?
Yes, safety committee did not meet tonight. We will meet, what was the date, sorry?
23rd.
On the 23rd of February.
Okay, moving on, can I get a report from the chairman of the rules committee?
We did meet tonight, and we pretty much, set the, what to call it?
Emergency bag.
What do you call it? Emergency bag. The stuff from,
The time and a half?
what?
The declared emergency pay?
No,
Oh.
The
it's on the
the
agenda, my God, I can't even.
Oh, the
codification.
codified ordinances, the
Yeah, the
conflicts
codified
and,
ordinances,
the
yeah.
conflicts and
And
ordinances.
we will discuss that again at the next meeting.
Okay. And then did they, Jeff is drafting,
Yeah.
Well, we have to come up with a
Okay.
policy and then.
Then we'll send it.
and then that'll be referred to council for approval.
And our next meeting will be, March 9th at 6:30 or immediately following finance.
Okay, public safety reports, police chief?
Nothing really exciting, just the weather's been keeping us busy with stuff. Other than that, rolling along. Nothing to speak of.
You guys kind of made the news with the guy that got arrested for a threat to a business.
What?
Is that originated in Baltimore, Ohio police? A threat to a Baltimore business. Okay. Okay, moving on. Jamie, can we get a report from the Basel Joint Fire District?
It was really just an organizational meeting. Casey and Chief Cooley put together a nice little pamphlet here, some things you guys want to look at it, I'll pass it around. Run totals, things they're planning on doing, stuff for the first year. I guess there'll be some more stuff at the next meeting that I'll bring back to the following.
When is the next meeting?
Third Thursday of the month.
Third Thursday, okay.
I think it's the third Thursday,
Yeah.
Okay.
19th maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so he's passing that around so everybody can take a look at what the fire department presented at their organizational meeting. Matt, do we have an update on planning and zoning commission activities?
Just our last meeting, they approved the final plat, section 1 of Liberty Ridge, and sent that to council. The meeting on this Thursday is going to be canceled for lack of agenda items, so the next meeting will be Thursday, March 12th at 7 o'clock.
Okay, might as well parlay you right into the tree commission. Has there been any changes in the status of the tree commission?
There hasn't been any change in the status of the tree commission other than the extending of membership from 3 to 5 to 5 to 7. But also, they've been they've identified through our inventory and through the commission, they've identified tree removals for the second round of the ODNR grant that we received. We're receiving quotes from several companies currently. Mr. Cawthorn's putting together a pruning list for the spring, and then we'll start looking at planting.
Okay, Brian, can we get updates from the Records Commission?
No, we will have, last time we met was in, what, October, I believe? And I think we decided.
2024 or 2025?
2025.
Oh, okay.
It seemed later than that.
It's been further recent.
It's
I was
been-
gonna say, I think it was like
And I think we
November,
decided not to
December.
meet till April. I know, I get
No,
it.
that's fine. That's
I
fine.
get
That's
it.
fine. If you don't need to meet, you
Weird,
don't need
yeah.
to meet.
Well,
Okay, so moving forward, do we have any motions from anyone on council?
Okay. Did you already make, we don't have to make the motion now?
We
to
did
go
the
into
motion for the
executive?
executive already.
They
I
already
just-
did
I
that,
handled it
okay.
right then,
All
so
right,
we got that
that's
out of the way.
I was gonna say, just making sure.
We can do it anytime. So, okay, we have up for first reading, and I guess I'm the sponsor of this, an ordinance authorizing the village administrator, fiscal officer to apply for a loan to finance the purchase of a pickup truck for the water department and the declaration of emergency. Am I able to go ahead and make a motion to suspend the three readings since I'm acting as mayor also? You are. Okay, so Foreman makes a motion that we suspend the three reading rule. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Do we actually need a new pickup truck?
Well, they've been driving around in a gangster mobile that's black with black tinted glass windows, and it isn't very, and it's rather old. It was donated to us from a other municipality. So it seemed like it was a better option to put them in a work truck rather than a SUV.
we plan on selling those.
We're selling, we are getting rid of some of the older vehicles.
Were there three of them?
Those, the three of
bla-
them, we'll have to do it on Gov deals.
Yeah, we can't really get anything much out of them because they have to be done on gov deals, so you don't really get much out of them. But that said, these newer vehicles are less expensive to own because you got less repair and maintenance on them. So we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
I also want to point out that they mentioned that there have been residents that have questioned the vehicle because they can't see who's in the vehicle, as you kind of mentioned, when they approach a residence.
And
So-
they do have to approach residences
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
a lot of different reasons. To replace
Right,
meters,
so
to
for safety also.
yeah,
and I
to
think-
Turn off
post-
water.
To turn off water and to post lack of payment tags.
Uh-huh.
So, so we have a motion and a second and discussion. Can I get a roll call on the suspending of the three readings?
Foreman,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
McCreary,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Phillips,
No.
and Schaffner.
Yes.
Okay. Foreman makes a motion to adopt. Can I get a second? Any discussion? And can I get a roll call?
Carroll,
Yes.
Foreman,
Yes,
sorry, supposed to be the other way around, but
that's all right.
McCreary,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Phillips,
No.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Okay. Motion is passed. Moving on to the second ordinance that's up for a first reading. An ordinance to approve the final plat for Liberty Ridge Section 1 and the declaration of an emergency. My understanding is that this has emergency language in it, but that it does not need to be passed by emergency. It'll just be so it takes effect when it does pass after the required three readings.
And we need a sponsor.
And,
And it's gotta go through committee yet, so.
Right. So would anybody like to sponsor this ordinance?
No, zoning,
What committee does it need?
service.
Okay. Well, it should be somebody from service anyway.
I'll sponsor
Actually,
it.
Okay.
anybody at this point.
McCreary,
Yes, I'll
So,
sponsor it.
so this is really just on here for a reading, and now we have McCreary as a sponsor, and we can move on to second readings. Ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance approving vacation, final plat for Sleepy Hollow subdivision, 55.44 acre parcel, currently known as parcel number 024-025-1400. It sponsors McCreary. I believe this just stays on.
Correct.
And moving on to third readings, we have none. Tabled ordinances, we have none. Anybody have any old business to bring before council? Hearing none, does anyone have any, it looks like we have something regarding the tree commission under new business. What's
Yeah,
that? Rick?
I'm gonna ask if we can table this to the next meeting. The tree commission's asking for two things. They've not kept the best of records, and so they're not sure when the terms started or are ending. So they're asking just for a blanket overhaul of that as, or approval. And then they're also gonna be requesting the addition, of a new member. The mayor was gonna make that tonight. We forgot to include that in the council packet. It was included in the last council packet for the 26th, but with the snow stuff. It was not included here. So I spoke to Steve Cawthorn today. He said tabling that to the next meeting doesn't create any organizational issues. So if we could table that, that'd be best. I think.
Okay, so there's gonna be 7 members now,
Yeah,
and it's a 4-year term?
I believe it's a 3-year term.
3-year term.
So
think.
would that go to rules then? The question about,
Well, so what
No.
they're just at, it'd be an appointment.
no,
And
I was
so-
meaning the first part, which was the question about
So
the,
we know, it's already in the code what their term is, they just haven't kept records to know who's started when and who's coming off. So they've put together, a table and they're asking, just basically for a redo on the.
So
on
we'll
the
have a
starting
table at the
dates.
next meeting and we can approve the
Exactly.
table if we're
Exactly.
in agreement with it.
Yes.
Sounds like we need to do it anyway.
Okay, so, we're going to let the tree commission, request carry over to the next, meeting.
Thank you.
Before we go into executive session, do we have anything from any of the visitors? One last call for the visitors. Okay. We need to go into executive session, so if you guys could all go enjoy your evening.
thank you for attending.
I think Brian, yeah, you can shut this off, right? You shut these off, right?
We're heading into executive session here at, entering 7:22.
I was gonna send it.